So I've really been contemplating about getting back on YouTube again. And I've taken, let's see, months off. Many months off as I have been traveling and exploring my self, I guess, getting to know myself deeper and learning more about how I respond and react. And I think I've come to a place where I'm almost fully embodied with the healing that I've done. I am a highly sensitive person. I don't like to label. I'm aware of many things. I feel many things. I sense energies. And it can be overwhelming for my body. Sometimes I wish that a lot of times I wished that I didn't sense things, and now I have taken that in as the gift that it is, because it truly is. And I've owned these energies that I have felt for most of my life, and now I'm able to discern what's mine, what's not mine, to actually process it, which is why I'm sitting on the earth right now, out in nature. I've been practicing something that's called Tonglen, yes, over the past couple of weeks now. So normally when I'm out in nature, when I'm in nature, I feel very expansive. I feel a lot of love, and I get overwhelmed with joy. And so I've been breathing that out and then breathing that in. And over the past 2 weeks, I've changed that. And what I've been doing is breathing in, because I'm feeling this in my body, the fears, the anxiety, the grief, the anger, all of those low vibrational frequencies I've been feeling, and I have been welcoming them in, and I've been processing them by shaking, sitting on the ground, rooting, hugging. My favorite tree is back there. Sitting at the riverside, which is where I am right now, listening to the birds, letting the sun beam on my face, and just breathing that in instead of trying to stay separate from it and push it away. I welcome it in. It's already being felt in my body. The felt sense is here. I inhale it in. I imagine it going down, down, down through my root into the ground, or if I'm hugging a tree, the tree is taking it. And then when I exhale, I'm exhaling out all of that overwhelming love that I feel in my heart. Like, it brings me to tears almost daily, how much joy and love I feel in my heart. And I know that this is what people are longing for, right? And everybody's, the big thing right now is connection. We all need to be more connected. Well, something Lee Harris said recently stuck with me, and it was that connection can be anything, right? Connection can be out in nature. And that is where I find my connection as a highly sensitive person and an empath. This is where I am able to be grounded and neutral and mostly balanced and manage the energies that I sense every single day. And I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to do that in my life right now. And also have to remind myself, like, I set the intention to have this retired, almost retired lifestyle at a really young age. I set that intention probably 30 years ago. And I have been graced over and over and over again with these abundant opportunities financially that have allowed me to be in this place now. And it's just so magical. It's so magical, and I'm so grateful. And it's also challenging. And, it's challenging because there are people in my life that are envious, and they don't even have to say it. Like, I just feel it. I feel their envy. And, if it does happen to come out in a projected or passive comment, I'm like, let them say their piece. And then I gently remind them, so listen, I worked really hard to get here. And I was very deliberate with my thinking about it. And I believed it. I didn't know how I was going to make it happen. I believed it in every ounce of my being that it was going to happen, and it did. And while I don't need to explain myself or justify any of this to anybody, I also need to make sure that, hey, I don't get to sit back and be like, no, that doesn't happen anymore. That personality in me is no longer. That identity, that sit back and let people treat you like a doormat, no. Oh, no more. No more. So I got on here today because I just was sitting and feeling, again, that if I could just change one person's life by the things that I've done and the things that I'm doing currently, which are no small task, they never are, because let's get into labeling now, a Sagittarius, a manifesting generator, a 5-3, all of that stuff. I never take the easy way. I want to know deep. That's a HSP, highly sensitive person, trait. We're deep. We want to go deep. We want to connect on a deep level. And I think that's why I tapped out on YouTube, because one, I don't feel like I was connecting with the right audience. Two, I got on social media for a short time, 8 months, I don't know. And it made my anxiety go and my mental health just isn't worth any of that. So, or my confidence, because as you might know, if you're on social media, how many comparative things come across the feed all the time about looks, longevity, aging, yada, yada, yada. So I cut it out of my life again. Everything but YouTube, and now I'm really actually questioning YouTube. Even LinkedIn wasn't working for me. So I'm just making this video, I guess, as documentation for myself, and whoever might happen upon my iCloud when I go to my next ascended level. Yeah. I'm here in Peterson, Minnesota. Came in a very high anxiety, dysregulated state. As the inn owner reminded me this morning, you're almost at your 2-month mark being here. Yes, I am. And do I want to go anywhere? No, I don't. Is it getting colder? Yes, it is. And you know what? My more relaxed nervous system is tolerating cold weather so much better than it ever has. And I am so grateful. So I'm here, living in the moment as much as possible, feeling it all. I'm feeling it. Don't think that I'm not. I understand completely the anxiety, the chest palpitations, the shortness of breath, I got to do this, but I don't know how to do that. Oh my gosh, what if I don't do that and I don't want to respond? And yesterday I did something that took a lot of guts because as an HSP, you feel people that when you say something, you sense their reaction or their emotion around it. So you tend to be a people pleaser, or you don't say anything at all, which is self-abandonment. And I have become very good over the years at self-abandonment. And so I decided that when I was starting this 6-week course with Sarah Baldwin about navigating the nervous system, that I was going to take this time for me. Solitude, silence brings clarity. And it kind of was preempted, is that the word? Precipitated? Which word do I want? I'm not sure right now. It came about because some people very close and dear to my heart were not responding to my messages. And I was taking it personally, and I thought, and I was getting anxious about it, texting again, coming at it from a different angle, doing those subtle manipulations, trying to stay connected. No response. Okay, pause, check in, ground, breathe, feel all the feelings about it. It's not about me. I'm a good person. And make a choice to come completely back home to me right now. So I messaged 2 very special people yesterday. Whew. Feeling that in my throat which is anxiety mixed with a little bit of shame, which I read this morning in my HSP newsletter. So shame is your body's response to protecting you, a learned behavior, something like that. I get it. My body still does it because when I think that I'm going to disappoint somebody or could get rejected or start conflict, I want to run. I want to run the fuck away as fast as I can. And so before I made the choice. I honestly could not come up with, I couldn't think the right way into what to say about what I wanted to say, which was quite simple. Hey, so I'm not responding right now as I'm taking this nervous system course. I'm going to spend some time with myself in solitude, and I'll reach out to you when I'm more available. I can say that today, and I can say it calmly, but yesterday I needed the help from ChatGPT. I needed to do several regulating resources before I even composed the message. Calm down, hit send, regulating resources. Again, which for me which I've just learned that some of the regulating resources that I've been doing are not regulating for the state of my autonomic nervous system. And so I'm learning to identify what state my autonomic nervous system is, and primarily it's in freeze. Gotta do this, can't do this, what if I don't do that? Oh my gosh, are they gonna be mad at me? Or run, quick, fire. Let's get out of here fast, which is an unwarranted response to the situation. And so sent the messages, and my body was in need of a lot of frequent regulating yesterday. And so the two regulating responses are resources that I learned that are helpful for any state that you're in. So I default to them are the VU sound and then EFT tapping. And so I was doing both of those, and the VU has to be done in a very low tone, like boo. I know. Just doing that one time and I feel myself. Because I find as I'm doing these videos, also I'm so passionate about it that it brings up excitement for me, but my body and my being can get that confused with anxiety. Kind of the same energy, positive spin, negative spin. Oh, yeah, that was good. Oh, Hawk. So I'm very grateful that I had those tools to resource yesterday. And I don't know if you can hear, that's a wood duck, and then we got a hawk over there, and crickets, and crow or raven. I get them mixed up. Anyway, I am also experiencing many other emotions right now because of a medication that I'm weaning off of. And so that's all part of this as well. And I'm just being really gentle with myself. And, you know, the old version of me, one, would not have ever sent those messages. Two, would have distracted herself and made them wrong. Which just sounds ridiculous saying it out loud right now. Three, would have like shoved my feelings down about it, not been able to identify, taking, you know, this kingfisher, it's my favorite bird. Hi, King. Come over here so I can see you, which he never does. Sometimes he does. One time he flew right up. Yeah, so I'm not that, I've grown, and I am patting myself on the back, grounding that into my body and getting it out of my head. And because I am a deep thinker, I do love the science behind things. And so the class I'm doing is, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I just saw this insect that I've never seen before. Fascinating. This is helping me stay in the present moment. Being out in nature is so very helpful. And so yesterday was a day of regulating. Today has been incredibly beautiful. There's a big yard sale, lawn sale, garage sale going on in this area, like all of the towns around here, which each town is really small. So I just said, so if you know what, we're going to get out and interact with people today. And I just need to, which is what I did the other day when I went up to the city. I scheduled regular pauses, and I VU'd, and I was tapping, and just keeping myself in balance. And I was going someplace else with my thought process, and I lost it. So I'm contemplating whether or not I will post this. I really would love to reach the right people, and the way that society says that needs to be done is not how I choose to do things. So I'm sitting with the universe, and I'm sitting with my guides, and I'm trusting that who and what is meant for me will come to me. And I had that experience this morning when I interacted with a woman who I met a couple of months ago. And we have pretty much daily interactions. We're nearby, and we're both very strong, independent women, and she's very much on the go, very, very much on the go, and I appreciate that. I've been that, and I'm on the go too, but in a different way now. My go is being rather than doing. Anyway, I was able to interact with her because last night she reached out to me at a time that I normally wouldn't have taken a phone call, but I just felt like, okay, clearly if she's calling me, she needs something. So go away, little bug. I took her call, and then we lost reception because the bluffs around here have their own idea about reception. And this morning when I saw her, I just had this deep sense that, she and I needed to connect on where we're alike, which was motherhood, right? We're both facing some life experiences right now that feel a little hurtful in the heart as a mother, honestly speaking. And so someone said this to me a couple years ago, and it just, I burst out in tears because nobody had ever said it to me. And I stopped her because she was running around and doing a lot of things. And I said, do you have 30 seconds, of just like one-on-one time? And she said, yeah, of course. And so we stepped aside, and I said, take a deep breath in with me. I said, that's really good. Let's do one more of those. And I looked at her and I said, you're a wonderful mother, and I'm sure no one has ever told you that before. And she, of course, immediately got teary-eyed, and for me, just touches such a deep spot in my heart, because that's why I'm here. That's that one person. This is my journey. My journey is to greet those who I passed in my day-to-day with the full, authentic, vulnerable version of myself. And to share the love that I have felt and cultivated through my healing and being out in nature. And that was such a beautiful experience. And I'm so grateful, and I don't remember who told me that, but I'm just so grateful. So grateful to that person. And it's a good reminder for myself. I am a wonderful mother. I'm a wonderful daughter. I'm a wonderful sister, cousin, aunt, friend, girlfriend, ex-wife. I'm a wonderful person. And I don't need to do anything to be that. I just am that. I just am. And so are you. You just are that. So take a deep breath with me, please. This life journey is not without derailings, bumps, crashes, grinds, Nope. None of it. It's not how it is meant to be. I want to show you the river I'm looking at that brings me so much peace and joy. And the birds that are running around here. And oh, I'm on cinematic, so it's probably blurry. I don't know how this, I'm still learning about the functions of the phone. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'm so grateful to be on this life journey, and may today just be. May you find a pause to put your hand on your heart, your hand on your belly, and just hold yourself and just be. You are enough. You are enough. No one can give you that. You already have it. There's nothing outside of you. Nothing outside of you that can give you the love that you know you want and deserve. Only you can give yourself that. Trust me when I tell you this. I have tried manipulation upon manipulation upon manipulation to get the love and the connection that I want from people. And now I get it from myself. And I'm not saying that I don't take it from other people. I certainly do. But I don't beg, plead, cry, yada, yada, yada anymore. I just don't do that. And I don't make people wrong. I just choose me. I choose me first and nature second. And a healthy diet and exercise and breath work and healing and all of that stuff. Fourth, I think we're on 4. Because that's what makes me shine. And there's so many layers and so much more to talk about around this. And I don't know, when I'm guided, I'll share. For now, be good to yourself. Be gentle, gentle, gentle with yourself.